Hello to all my lovely makeup addicts. I am going to do a tag today. I'm going to do the tag called Confessions of a Palette Addict. And I'm definitely a palette addict, but it's okay. Like, I could have worse addictions. I mean, you know, we all know this. So, the first question is, I'm going to be kind of going off of my phone here. I apologize if I'm looking down. How many makeup palettes do you own? I own a total of 32 makeup palettes. How many of those are eyeshadow palettes, and how many are non-eyeshadow palettes? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are non-eyeshadow palettes. So the rest are eyeshadow palettes. Now, the ones that I'm counting as eyeshadow palettes, if they have eyeshadow in them, even if they also have a cheek product or a lip product in them, I'm counting them as eyeshadow palettes. And I think I only have one of those, actually, because I'm not big on buying the all-in-one palettes. Although, I really want the Lorac Pro To Go palette. For some reason, it's just really appealing to me. I love Lorac, and I do like a nice little palette to throw in my purse, like the Too Faced Glam To Go palette. I love this. It's just so awesome to have in a pinch when you need to do, you know, more than just a tiny bit of makeup. You know, if you had this with you and you had nothing else, you could do your face. So, it's awesome because it has cheek and lip. And then it has a really nice selection of mostly warm tones, but there's 1 or 2 cool tones in there as well, so it's nice. And as far as palettes, I counted anything that had more than 4 eyeshadows in it as a palette. Okay, on to the next question. So, the next question is, oh, and this tag, anyone who's watching this is tagged by me. The tag itself was started by Glam Moms. Okay. So, the next question is, what are your top 3 favorite palettes? That's tough, because I want to go and talk about my favorite most recent palette, which is the Reveal 2, which I am in love with. You know, and then there's my old standby favorite, Naked 1, which is the only of the Naked palettes that I actually own, and I do really love this. You know, I've also really been loving my Kat Von D Monarch palette lately. I would definitely say that right now these are my 3 favorites. But, you know, I mean, things change. So, the Kat Von D Monarch palette, beautiful. Beautiful for summer and winter, and fall, and spring even. Can make it work. The Naked 1, which has been loved to death by me. I mean, it's probably my most, like, used palette. And the Reveal 2, I did a review of this recently, so if you would like to check it out, do so. I'm actually going to be giving away a Reveal 2 palette in another video that I am loading soon, and you have to be a subscriber to qualify to win. So subscribe and look out for that video. So yeah, I'm loving those particular palettes. So on to the next question, which is, I apologize, I'm having a little bit of a contact lens problem. What are your palette regrets? The thing is that if I have a regret about a palette, if I don't like a palette, I typically return it. And I think long and hard before I purchase palettes about the uses of them. I mean, I guess I would have to say, and that this is before I knew about the fantastic return policies at Sephora and Ulta. I never use these Smashbox, Softbox, and Smashbox Smokebox palettes. They're nice looking palettes. You know, this is the Softbox, which is really pretty. And this is the Smokebox, which also is very pretty. This blue and purple are really amazing colors. The sparkly black is awesome too. It's always nice to have a good black, but I never reach for them. So, and part of the reason is some of the lighter colors are very chalky and there's a lot of fallout for me. That doesn't mean that I won't use them. I've been trying to dip into these recently just to get some use out of them, but I would definitely say that they're probably my biggest regret. Another sort of regret that I've had is the Urban Decay Smoke Palette. And the reason being was, I think that I bought this when everything was about the smoky eye. And I think that I thought that I needed a kit to do a smoky eye. But in all actuality, I had all the tools that I needed to do a smoky eye. I had lots of palettes that had these colors. And because of that, I tend to not reach for this. Although I really should. And I think that the packaging on this with the zipper is just, you know, amazing. It's a really nice palette. I mean, it would be great to travel with. But the colors are a little, you know, crazy. So, I have been wanting to do the Project Pan and Project Palette videos. So those are some ones that I've been really trying to like put out on my vanity and take out of my palette collection to force myself to use them because they are good. I just am not in love with them. I think probably if I had purchased them, as I said, whenever I knew how great the return policies were, I probably would return them. So those would be my only palette regrets. How many limited edition or holiday palettes do you own? I had purchased a couple over Christmas, so I got 2 of the Too Faced limited edition ones. I think that these Wizard of Oz, or the Great and Powerful Oz palettes, were limited edition. So really, only like 4. I've only been collecting makeup for about 2 years, so although I love Urban Decay, I was not lucky enough to get some of those fantastic holiday palettes. And this was my very first Kat Von D purchase, so So, gosh, if I could get my hands on the Book of Shadows or something, limited edition, that would be awesome. But that's probably not happening. So here's to future limited editions that are awesome. Okay, next question. How many of your palettes are custom? I have zilch. I have 0 custom palettes. This is going to be a big surprise to people, I don't own one MAC product. Not because I hate MAC or anything like that. It's just that it's super convenient for me to go to Ulta and to go to Sephora. But usually whenever I go to my favorite department store, which is Macy's, I'm in there for like a specific purchase, like shoes or a purse or clothing. And I don't hit up the MAC counter, and not all of the Macy's in the city I live in have MAC counters. So I have really been wanting to go and purchase some MAC, and I also have been kind of building online some palettes through Coastal Scents and some other places that are custom made. I would love to pick up some Eyeshadow Geek, or Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and some MAC shadows, and some Coastal Scent shadows, and make a customized palette. So that's definitely one of my future endeavors that I'm going to do. So if you have any suggestions for me or ideas on how to get started on that, let me know, because I'm a custom palette virgin. Okay, let's see. Okay. Of the palettes you own, which palette would you say wasn't worth the price? I guess if I was going to say anything as far as not being worth the price, no, I can't even. I was going to say these, but I wouldn't say that, because even once I use these shades up, and there's beautiful shades in here, I just don't use them. I need to start using them. You know, I can put other Urban Decay pots in here. They're palettes that you can, I'll show you. they're palettes that you can put new pots in. So, I mean, for that reason, they were worth it, even though, you know, for getting 6 shades, I think that these were a little pricey. I want to say that they were at least $48. So, I mean, for 6 shades, that's a bit pricey. But I still like them. I mean, like I said, I return things if I think that they were overpriced, so I wouldn't really hang on to something like that. Let's see. Of the palettes you own, which one is worth every penny? I would say the IT Cosmetics It's Pretty palette, Volume 1. You know, I've heard reviews one way or another. I think that for me, this is a fantastic palette. I'm not a super big fan of the packaging. The pink is a little and the fact that it's like velvety and soft and puffy is a little but the shadows themselves are bomb diggity. They're awesome. And I would say that that palette is worth every penny. Now, I've tried some other IT Cosmetics products. The gel liner, I just did not have a successful time with it, but I don't have a successful time with gel liner overall, so I don't know if that's my issue or not. I also tried the BB cream, and I didn't have good luck with it. Oh, another thing that I do really like from IT Cosmetics is the My Sculpted Face palette. If you are into learning about a sculpted face, it gives you instructions, and it is a gorgeous palette. You know, a lot of people are over the moon about the Anastasia palette. I couldn't get my hands on it, and I needed to learn how to contour, and I needed to get some contouring in my life. So after a massive hunt for the Anastasia contouring palette, I settled on this, and I felt like I was settling whenever I first bought it, but it's gorgeous. I love this. So these are my favorite IT Cosmetics products, and they happen to be palettes. So, you know, as far as regrets, and sorry if I'm going backwards, I recently got this Eclipse palette by Coastal Scents. It is the Coastal Scents, let's see, it is the concealing palette. Let me take this off and see if that's better. I mean, it's okay. I'm probably going to use this in my pro kit when I do other people's makeup. You know, I do friends' makeup and stuff. So I would use this because it gives me so much in such a little compact area to carry with. But it's not super creamy or blendable, so, you know, working on someone's face, though, that's not a big deal. But in my day-to-day makeup, I'm not a big fan of this. I kind of regret buying this. Okay. On to the next question. In the last 12 months, how many palettes have you given away or returned? Again, I have to say it, you know, as far as returning palettes, I bought the Naked 3 and I ended up returning it. I just didn't think it was really worth the hype. And then I ended up purchasing, when I got my Revealed 2, the Revealed 1, and then of course I'll look at this because I just love it. The Revealed 2 palette, which I'm in love with, and I kind of feel like, honestly, these are the Naked palettes. 1, 2, 3, plus some. Seriously, they're awesome. This Revealed 2, I bought 3 of them. I gave 1 to a really good friend, and I'm going to be giving 1 away in a giveaway. So, I love them. When they go on sale again, I'm probably going to purchase another one of these for myself. That's how much I love it, because I just feel like it is going to be a palette that I will be using, like, all my life. Okay. If for some reason one morning you woke up and all of your palettes have vanished, which 3 palettes would you run out and get again? I think that that's pretty easy. The Revealed 2. Not necessarily the Revealed 1. You know, but I still need to play